I've got to show you first my little kitty. She's one of my projects. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Thank you for joining me. So, I just had to show you that. I hope you could see her. She's so sweet. Oh, I'm not seeing any comments. As per usual. Here we are. Hi, Manase. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And hi, Jill. Here you are again. My name is Angela. I'm the owner of Creative Energy from Elfen and Helden. I'm a wood event retailer, Dixie Bell Premier retailer, Poshtalk retailer, IOD retailer, Da Vinci, Artist Brushes, Iron Orchid Designs, and Little Kitty. Yeah. Over here in Frankfurt in Germany, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't done it yet, please pop over to my page, leave me a like there. That'll be absolutely fantastic. And you may also sprinkle this video. That'll be absolutely sweet. And yeah, we are working on our little globe. We've added some wood bands the last time on the North Pole and the South Pole, so to say. And yesterday on the wood band page, I've placed even some more down on the stand, and the equator also done nicely because there was just like a plastic seam. The thing was just like plain. So this was prepared by cleaning it very well because it's been standing. Hi Nina, thank you for being with us. Hello Anya. Thank you guys for being with me. That's so sweet. So and as it was plastic, I've slick sticked it. So I put a bonding primer on there basically. That's what I've done. And then we added the wood bands on the South Pole and the North Pole, and we've put some paint on there, which we used quite a few colors. So this is a little bit of like a universe style. I've already done on the Poshtalk paste yesterday. That's why it looks like a little shiny there. We've used some of the paste, so that's the reason it looks like that. So we're gonna go over it, but I'm going to tape that, put some tape over there because I quite like that finish. I don't want to ruin that. So, hi Nina, hi to Spain. So, guys who comes in late, you've got to watch the replay and check out how Pussy Galore, my shop cat, which is here now for about 6 months, is laying on you know, around on my projects. You know, it's nothing is safe from her. So I've already, yes, Jill, my coffee is the second cup tonight. So the colors which are already on there is Dixie Belle Chalk Mineral Paints, is the which is black. It's cobalt blue. It's hi Cynthia, Nina. Oh my God. Ooh. Okay, so let's send some good vibes over to Michelle. She's got really bad weather, so she's not joining us tonight. Michelle, if you watch the replay, I hope you stay safe. So you just look after yourself. Instagram, I'm going to bring you a little more over to see more. We have cobalt blue. We have amethyst, which is this bright purple. We have aubergine, which is like a very dark purple, eggplant, basically. And we have bunker hill blue, which is like a lovely dark blue. And we have, I also have my custom mix in green, which you can see on the back there in the corner hutch I'm just working on. This is a custom green I made. I mixed 1-to-1 evergreen and to get that green. So I already got all the colors out. I've mixed them. Chalk Mineral Paints by Dixie Belle, if you don't know them. They are VOC free, they are water-based, water-based, they've got a built-in primer, a built-in sealer, so you don't really have to seal them, the paint, you know, if you want to have like, if you don't like the rough texture, you can seal it, but you don't really have to. VOC free. This is for me the main thing, because I'm allergic to a lot of things. You can work, which is especially at the times now, it's winter over here still. You can use them indoors, you know, you're not getting any headaches or something like that because of the smell. So I'm first going to tape up that the equator to save that, because I want to get around the, so just a little bit. If I get some of the paint on there, that's not that much of an issue, but I want to save that lovely color we created there yesterday. So you can check that. It's on my page also, the live from yesterday. We've used that's the trim 117 by Would You Bend, and the top and the north and the south pole are the centerpieces 2171, and the one on the stand is the centerpiece 2172. That's basically what we've used on that, on that globe to make it not so global anymore. How to say. That's so that's about the right size for that trim. I've got that covered up now, so now I can do my blending. So that's yes, Jill, the rabbits are still there. So they didn't escape. So, and the cats didn't eat them either. So guys, if you have Dankeschön, liebe Jenny. That's so sweet. So if you have any questions, guys, just leave it in the comments and I'll see if I can answer that straight away. I have my mister bottle as per usual. I forgot one of my brushes. Hang on. Which I need. Which is the over small. We used that last week also. So I'm going to work with some of the mini brushes. And I think I'm going to bring you a little further down. You can see a little better what I am doing, and you don't need to see me. It's more important that you see the project. There you go. There you go. So we are working on the globe, and as last time, I'm going to put the colors down randomly. This is the second coat. This is the final coat we are using or doing. So my caviar is now, this is the last drop of caviar I'm having. So you're joking, tornadoes. Tornadoes where Michelle is, or I hope not. Oh my God, it's terrible. So I'm going to, this is the mini angle. I usually work with my minis. This is the mini angle. It doesn't make really that much of a difference what I use at the moment. The surface is pretty small anyway. So I use a little bit of water and I am applying the caviar just like randomly again around the piece. I don't really need to go over the centerpieces, over the north and the south pole. This is pretty much finished and the coverage was pretty nicely there. So this is basically making a mess. That's what I like to do most, you know that. So I'm basically just like slapping the paint on there. You can also spray your project and go from there. So the chalk mineral paints, they are pretty rich. So and if you want to blend those together in a second, it's always easier if they stay wet, so to say. That's the reason I am using my Mister bottle. Caveat there. I'm just checking if I can see what colors were basically used in which spot. And they are, okay, let's caveat myself and go from there. So, and even we've put the woody band up on the north and the south pole. That is still moving pretty nice. So I'm quite happy about that. I mean, you couldn't see that thing before either. That was not possible. That was not possible. So then I'm gonna come in with amethyst, just for the fun. I'm not having any rule now. I'm basically just placing the colors on here randomly in the spots I had those before, and I already have some of the paints. I'm just using very little. That's too much. That's too much. Just very little paint as per usual. You don't need much paint. I've put out far too much paint, I think. Far too much. And as this is the second coat, the coverage will be, perfect. You don't need any more. So go a little bit of amethyst here. Just randomly, any spot. No, I think that's fine. We want to have some more colors. So I'm gonna come in with my Bunker Hill blue and my brush. Oops. Oi, that was close. My Mister bottle tried to escape. You're not escaping from me. Forget it. Absolutely forget it. So, Bunker Hill blue. So that's the reason I'm having that tape on here, because I want to save the equator, so to say, basically. And I'm gonna go around. You can see the colors already mixing together, which is perfectly fine. And this is basically the look I'm going for to the end. So, and when you blend the colors together, whatever look you're going for, it's always easier firstly when you use colors which are very close together. So obviously those are all pretty dark colors, so that works pretty easy. And you are keeping your paint moist. Let's see, keep your paint moist. So I'm gonna come in, that's Bunker Hill blue. Let's see if I'm going to use a little more. I'm going to come in now with my premium chip brushes. If I would work on a piece of furniture, you can blend with those, it works, but on a piece of furniture, I would always prefer my mini brushes. So, because they're just smoother. So, around. This still looks a bit blotchy, which is no problem, because I'm gonna come in with one of the synthetic brushes, the oval small. And why I'm using the oval small, I'm going to explain you in a minute. I'll show you in a minute. I usually use the oval medium for blending as a neutral brush. With this project, I'm using the small. So a little bit more down there, twist it. A little bit up here. So I think I have everything covered now. I'm gonna come in a little bit with my green now also. So you can see it's no perfect blend. That's not what we're going for either. Check for the questions. Oh God, so I hope she's safe. So hi Vera. I hope she's safe, guys. So this is the cobalt blue I'm just using. So this mixes beautifully also with the black, as you can see. And the last color I'm going to slash on there is the my custom green, the mixture of evergreen and daisy. Just like to highlight that in. Ooh, that was a bit much. That was a bit much. However, whatever. So I'm gonna go over it a bit with the cobalt blue to smooth that a little down and blend that a little bit. So that was far too bright. Far too bright. But this is just to give it some highlights. So that's what it looks now. Pretty blotchy. Pretty blotchy. Give it a little spray so the paint is moist. I'm not like soaking it just like that. It's not drying off. That's what I don't want at the moment. Let's see. It's the cobalt, I think. I'm not gotcha. Oh, I forgot one color. I forgot. I can see that. I forgot the aubergine. Aubergine is gonna go in there also. Just a tiny little bit to darken that in some areas and to give it the right mixture. It's already pretty dry there. It's just adding like slight interests. Okay, not much. It's fine. Just like this. So now I'm grabbing my oval small. Yes, oval small. So this is the reason I've chose the oval small is Nina, oh, you're watching the news. We are basically going back on Monday into hard lockdown. It's basically on Monday. Till then, I can have customers when they make appointments. From Monday onwards, it'll only be click and collect. So they can order online and they can pick it up, but I'm not allowed to have them in a shop. So that's that point. Okay. So I'm going to cut that brush pretty close to the end of the bristles, and so that they're pretty firm when I go on the surface. So it's dry. So I'm just gonna swirl it over that project just to, it can have like one of those, a little bit of a cloudy look. I don't mind that at all. This is basically what we're going for. I'm not looking for a smooth finish. This is going to be cloudy. That's what I want to have. So I'm going to go all around. If it has picked up too much of the paint, I'm just like wiping the paint off on the paper. I've got some paper on my table here. So just swirling it over. So this is just mixing it slowly. And again, also with this, I'm hardly touching the surface, I'm not pressing down on there. This is also, when I do my blendings, always like butterfly kisses. So that's how I go around here now. And that green gets, this is just like a little highlight on there. So it's not much happening. So go around, and just like blending those colors together to get it like this little bit of a universe. What you want to call that look? So top looks pretty nice to me. That's fine. I'm going to go around the bottom now to blend those colors. Do the same thing. Clean my brush off in between just a little. So you can see that gets like really cloudy. Need a little bit, it's a bit dry there, so I'm just going to water that down to get it a bit more moist. So if you can use the brush like this, then it really, feathers out, as you can see. And when I grab the bristles, you can also stencil like this, if you keep them like this, that also works. I basically forgot that when I've just done in the German live, I've had a session about stenciling, different stencils, and how to use them. And I basically forgot to mention that you can also use the synthetic brushes for stenciling. That works. So just want to make sure I've got all the way around, getting my cloudy look. All around here. It's already dry. That's one of the benefits of the chalk mineral paints, that they dry pretty quick. So if you work on furniture, something like that, you can continue pretty fast, with your second coat. That's a great benefit. Time is money. So that's very good. Okay, I wasn't on this side here, so I can see. And swirly motions. It always depends which look you're going for. For this look I'm going for, I'm doing the swirly motions. You can do the feathering motion up and down. There's like loads of ways of doing it. That's the technique I've chosen for this one, basically. Cloudy look. Clean the brush in between if you have the feeling it has picked up too much of the other paints. Squeaky. So, around the equator. So I'm just going to make sure I've hit all the areas around that mold down there, but that looks pretty good. There's no white spots because obviously the stick underneath was white, and I don't want to have that peeking through, but that looks pretty nice. So what do you think? That looks quite all right till now, doesn't it? So what's the time? Okay, so I'm going to dry that quickly. There's one more step I want to do to that. And yeah, well, that's the way it is. But, be careful, that's a plastic globe. I think I was just about to melt that. What I don't want to do. I don't want to have the paint dry. Almost. So guys, obviously when you work on your projects, You just let your paint dry on its own, you know, because let's see. You just let the paint dry on its own. The drying times, they do have their purpose. So I'm gonna come in. Am I gonna come in? I'm not quite sure. I quite like it like this. What do you think? I quite like it like this. I think I may come in with some stenciling. What do you think? I'm going to do some stenciling on there. Hang on, guys. That's it. Yeah, we're going to use some of the silkscreen stencils. What do you think? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to close up the caviar for now. See, I need jar open and put that down there. Yes, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm putting the brushes. I don't think I'm going to need them anymore. I put them in the water so that the paint doesn't dry in them. Also, my spoons, just to tidy it up for now. There we go. Okay, that's me. So I'm covered in paint, as per usual. As per usual, get those there. And I'm going to use, what am I going to use? I'm going to leave it like this. So which stencil do you think? I'm going to put that to the side for now. We have serious decision, guys. I need your help. I need your help. I'm not using the patterns. I may use some of those paisleys. What do you think? Some paisleys. Yes, stencils again. Some paisley. I'm not using. Am I using the nautical? No, I'm not using the nautical. Either some paisleys. No, those either. Those either. The mandalas. No, I think I'm going to use those ones. I'm using that's the mosaic. That's the Silkscreen Stencils by Dixie Belle. I'm using the mosaic, and I want to have they come in 3, and they do have like this this tool with it, so you can basically scrape the paint into the Silkscreen stencil. So that's probably, so this sheet I'm going to use some of those patterns on there. I think that'll be quite cute. What do you think? Do you agree? Hallo liebe Ute, trotzdem schön, dass du da bist. Turquoise. Now I'm using some bling. I'm using some bling. So there we go. Just to the side. But which one? Let me think. What am I using on there? Because I don't want to have it to basically be like matte. So the Silkscreen stencil, you can see how intricate they are. You know, they are basically come on. They are a little bit adhesive, not much, just like a little. So you don't need to be, you don't need to be to worry about that. That may lift up your paint. It doesn't. So obviously this is a round surface. So this is, again, this is tricky, however, and it Yeah, this is still a little damp, so it's not going to stick perfect. We see how that turns out. However, we are going to try. If it's not that perfect, it's no problem. The paint should be really dry for that to stick on there, and obviously as the surface is round, it's tricky, as like most of my projects are. However, that's the way I do my projects. I'm using, I think I'm gonna go for the Chameleon Waxes by Dixieland, and I'm going to use them all. We have apricot, we have lilac, and we have cactus. And I do want to have basically like just like a shimmer. I don't want to have it completely thickly covered. Whatever. I need some scissors to open that up. Look at those cute little tints, aren't they cute? Cute little paint tints. But they are basically gilding waxes. So that's they're called Chameleon Waxes. This is the cactus. It looks yellowish because they're basically making up their color when you apply them. So that's the lilac, which looks in the jar a little apricot color, whatever. And then we have the apricot, which looks pretty much, so if you have those together, that's what they look. Cactus, the middle one is the lilac, and the left one is the apricot. So they look different in the jar, and they look different depending on which color of, I think I'm going to use the smaller one. That probably goes on there easier. Let's see. Let us see. So obviously with the gilding waxes, I'm not using the scraping tool. I'm going to use a brush. And so those clear areas you're seeing, they are basically, the areas where your paint or whatever goes through. So let's see if I can use maybe 2 colors. I'm going here in a swirly motion because I want to push the wax basically through that. It's like a gaze. I don't know how you would call that. It's like a gaze. This basically, the silkscreen comes from t-shirt making. So go around. I'm going to shadow that. So I really want to have that in going through the gaze onto my project and give it a bit of shading. So, and the nice thing is about those stencils, usually, I mean, this won't be very clean because obviously it's not laying perfectly on the surface, but I think this is still going to be quite cute. Quite cute. So I'm gonna come in with another one, another color, another brush. And I'm using the artist brush I'm using is basically, they have natural bristles because I want to push it down into that stencil. I can't wait to lift it. I want to see what it looks like. It's actually for me the first time I'm working with the Chameleon Waxes, guys. So as those also, you know, they have been on the way for ages, but they came in about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So anyhow, so I'm going to lift that now. Isn't that sweet? Ah, look at that. Isn't that sweet? That's sweet. I like that. That's sweet. Let's go a little further around and place randomly some of the, have that sun on here, just like this. Obviously on a flat surface it's much easier. Round surfaces are not exactly made for something like that, but even so. Even so. Use the cactus in the middle. Can you see what I'm doing? Here you can. So, Anja, Dankeschön. So, just put it in the middle and have the lilac a little bit around on the outside. Blend those. So there's loads of things to do. They're nice and creamy, and they are oil-based, so which is not that much of a problem. So I have to clean that stencil nicely afterwards, but that's fine. I'm going to make sure I'm not mixing my around the outside. Squeaky, 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 squeaky. There we go. There we go. So next one. Lift it up. Oh, look at that. Look how pretty. Let's see. Look how pretty that is. I made a mess up there, so I'm going to come in with a baby wipe. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I really like that. Really like that. Baby wipes. I always have them close to me. If you come in straight away, you can take that off. Even they are oil-based, but that works nicely. So, which one are we going to use? One of the smaller ones. No, I'm going to use this one again, but I want to have that the other way around. Something like this. As I said, this is a bit tricky, but it looks even beautiful on the that. So there we go. Let's start. Let's start. That's the apricot, and those gilding chameleon waxes, as I said, you know, depending on the color which is underneath, they are having a different shading. That's why they are called chameleon, and they are absolutely gorgeous. You know, I like some bling. You know, I like some bling. So this area again won't be perfect, but go around like this. Sorry, you've got my hands in the way. I'm trying to get it on there at least somehow. Still, whatever. Bit in the middle. And cactus there. I could have made them all in, you know, each color, but I thought it might be quite nice if you use some different colors. Let's see, lift that. So obviously this wasn't like touched in all the areas, but still that goes perfectly with that look, I think. It doesn't need to be my complete cover. Which one are we going to use? Gonna use this one, the little one now. What do you think? Oh, that big one. Is that big one gonna go somewhere? Just no. I'm gonna use the little one. I don't need to go. I don't want to make it more difficult than it is, even is. So there. Try to get it on there as much as possible. So obviously the paint has to be completely dry for it to stick, and obviously the surface flat. You know, this is a round surface that's not exactly made for it. You cut those also apart. That probably would make it easier, but I don't want to cut it apart yet. I'll open that. I don't want to cut it apart yet. So hi Liz. So thank you, Cynthia. That's what I needed. Oh, Nina. Oh, guys, you're so sweet. I'm so happy you like it. So happy you like it. Yeah. So, whatever. I'm just mixing those colors. Randomly. No rule for this one. I think I quite like that cactus. I'm into greens at the moment. It's probably because I want to have spring. I want to have sun. I want to have warmth. So and that's the lilac. It's going to go well with the green, the cactus. So pretty. So let's go around the world. Let's go around the world, guys. Let's see. Am I gonna make it with that big one? Am I gonna try it? Nah, I'm not gonna try it. I'm not gonna attempt it. I'm not gonna attempt it. I'm having that big paisley. I'm going to use that. Going to use that. Let's see. I'm going to get that on here. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Shall we try that? Yeah, why not? Why not go for it? Why not go for it? I'm just holding it down. You know, it's supposed to stick on the surface, which it does when the paint is dry, when the surface is flat. But as per usual, I am forcing my equipment, as per usual. They really have to, well, they really have to work hard under me, so to say. Anyhow, I'm just going to go around the outside for now. But still, I'm going to stop on this edge here. I'm going to stop on this edge there. Going to come in with my lilac. I'm going to make that middle part here first, and then I'm going to do that side bit lilac. You can really wipe it, you know, you really want to cover all those net, you know, it's like a webbing underneath. You can hardly see, but you want to get basically your paint or whatever you're using. Building wax I'm just using under through those tiny holes you have there. And I'm really rubbing to get it in there. So this is a stencil you can really, you know, when it's got good contact to the surface. Nee, Anja, die Chameleon Wachse, wenn die trocken sind, musst du eigentlich nicht versiegeln. Und da das ein Dekoobjekt ist, werde ich das wohl auch nicht machen. Also das ist, kommt ein bisschen drauf an, welche Optik man haben möchte. Und ja, von da. Anja just asked if I have to seal that afterwards. The Chameleon Waxes, you don't need to seal. They, when dry, and as this is a decorational piece anyway, I am not going to seal that probably. Maybe I'll wax it. I'll see. You know, this depends what kind of look you want to have, and I'm still deciding if I want to have a shiny look or not. I'm just having that in a different color going up here. So let's see. You're gonna see first what it looks like. So, what do you think? That's pretty. I like it. I like it a lot. So that's fine for up there. What's the time? Oh, 50 minutes. I think I'm going to reveal the, put it to the side for now. I'm going to reveal the, no, I'm going to finish that off with you guys before. I'm going to lay that down now, and I'm going to put some of the stencils down on there. So let's see that may use some different down here. I'm going to work that in sections. I'm going to see if I can get this on here. I'm going to work in sections. I'm starting with my apricot. Just get a bit of a shimmer. Apricot. Really pushing it under there. Apricot around. So you can use a spatula, something like that, when you use paint to push it in there. That's why they have that little tool with the tool with it, you know. Have the lilac. So this is basically, you know, to get that wax through those tiny webbings. And a bit of a different paint over here. I had people saying they've used even the no paint gel stain with the Silkscreen Stencils, and they've cleaned them afterwards with spirit minerals to make sure that, you know, oil, no paint gel stain, rewind, no paint gel stain is oil based, so it's really hard to basically to get out of anything. So you have to use mineral spirits. So this is really hard, as the back of this slightly. So let's reveal that. Yes, look at that. Just look at that. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Even it's like that tricky, it works pretty well. Hang on, gonna move it a little around. Go for the next area. Maybe I don't want to have that many down there. Let's see. There. Have a little paisley going here. we're going to finish that off now. Do you have time? Are you going to stay with me? Are you going to stay with me? Jenny. Jenny, das ist keine Silikone, dieses Silkscreen heißt das und das kommt aus dem T-Shirt-Bereich. Das heißt, das ist wie so ein Netz darunter und da wird praktisch die Farbe durchgedrückt. Das ist genauso wie die das im T-Shirt-Bereich machen. Und die sind halt sehr detailliert und und du hast halt dieses Durchbluten einfach nicht, was ein ganz großer Vorteil ist. So, Cactus. I'm just mixing those. I have to remember where I just already were, because obviously go. So made a mess there on this side. So as long they are still wet or not completely dried, I may take that off with a little, with a baby wipe. Those, but even so, that looks some spots on there where I made a mess. That looks quite good. It looks quite spacey. So let's see. I want to have two or three more. I don't want to have too many left. Yeah, I've got my fingers covered now also. Let's see. I have this one here. So if you have like a round surface, it's easier to get like smaller things on here. If I, for example, use one of my stencils, those self-adhesive one, I just, cut them in the edges and make sure that they lay flat. But obviously I don't want to ruin this one. So that's the reason I'm going to keep it that way. So, and this globe will be basically at the end, I think, quite a cute decorational piece. Again, it would make it easier if I would just use per piece one color, but I think I like the effect of shading, this moving into each other. Go, and this is just like a nice effect I want to have. So let's see, one or two more. I think I'll have one more of that bigger one. That big one, and that's it. What do you think? One big one. And then we are good. Have that big one here. Lay that as flat as possible. Gonna start on one side again. I'm gonna move around to the other side. That's what I'm doing. So let's see. Let's start with the cactus. This one. Round. Round. Stay with me, guys. It's probably boring for you now. I'm sorry. But I want to get that finished. I want to get that finished. So, and I'm going to clean that with, as long as that's not dry, I'm going to stick it into the sink and clean that with some dish soap and water. It should be fine. So now I'm going to come to this area here. Tricky, but even so, that's the lilac. That's the lilac. You know, I'm really rubbing on there. And obviously I'm not covering it completely because it's not having like perfect touch to the surface. But let's see, we can get a little more through here. That's gonna work. And here. If you want to check, you can, you know, gently lift it and check where you are. But I think I've got those pores now pretty much blocked up, so there's not going to go through here anymore because it is basically like pores. They are pretty much blocked up. I've got to clean that. I've used it quite a bit, but this is really the look I'm going for this piece. So what do you think? Oh, hi, Betty. Thank you. Fanciful. Thank you. Okay. So now I'm going to take show you the equator. Hang on. Hang on. Got to find some sort of beginning and end of that tape I've put on there. So there you go. That's it. That's it. Now, guys, just gonna bring that close to you. Just gonna bring that close to you so you can have a look. You can see it was plastic underneath. It was like, you know, pretty much disgusting, just only plastic. It's squeaky, just like the world is at the moment. The world is very squeaky. It's not running smooth, isn't it? So, okay. That's it, guys. I'm gonna lift you a little up so you can see me. And grab my coffee. I hope you enjoyed that project. Oh, you're all wonky. Sorry, wonky. There we go. What's it up? Okay, and now I appreciate your patience. Oh, thank you, Jenny. You're so sweet. So, all the memories under the paint. Also, that's correct. That is correct. So, but I think this is a quite fun decorational piece now, and it looks quite funky. I think those very pretty. Those Chameleon Waxes. They're really good. I like them. So, my friends, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Betty. That's very, very sweet. Guys, for those who don't know me, my name is Angela. I'm the owner and creative energy from Elfen and Helden. I'm a Dixie Bell Premier retailer over here in Frankfurt in Germany. I carry Woody Bend, Iron Orchid Designs, Da Vinci Artist brushes, Poshmark products, mint papers, and design papers. They are just on their way in, and I appreciate you so much being with me. If you watch replay, please put hashtag replay into the comments, and just let me know that you watched the video. If you have any questions, just tag me. I will see I can get back to you. You may distribute this post, and if you haven't done it yet, please follow me wherever I go. Thanks so much for being with me, guys. You take care. You have a lovely weekend. You stay safe, and send all good thoughts to Michelle and all the people which are just like surrounded by those tornadoes at the moment. Okay, guys, stay safe. Bye.